Okay, welcome back to the project. Today we got a couple things to do before we can get it started. First thing I'm going to do is take this carburetor off here, see why it's leaking. I'm guessing it's a bad gasket, but it could be any number of things. Then I'm going to try to free up the chokes, and I'm going to have to attach the little plastic pipe that goes between the carburetor and the airbox also. That's going to be kind of a pain to get on there, but we'll try it. And you remember, everything I'm doing here I'm trying to do for free. I'm trying to get this thing running without putting any money into it yet. See if I can do that. So let's get into it. Okay, so I got the carburetor popped off. Just two 12mm nuts. The first thing I want to do here is pop the float bowl off. So what we have here is a needle that's not seating in the carburetor. This, the float is supposed to stop fuel flow, of course, once the carburetor fills up. This hole in the bottom actually doesn't go through, it's just the overflow right here. So apparently, this needle is not properly shutting off fuel flow right here. So when that happens, what you got to do is get the pin out of here, which isn't easy. Okay. Take this off and just bend up a little on this tab. You can also take the needle out here and clean it up if it's a little dirty. Put the needle back in. And hopefully that'll stop the carburetor from leaking. The only way to know is to hook it up to the gas tank and try it out again. So next, the choke is stuck. I'm going to kind of put my screwdriver under here and pry. I think I moved it. There we go. Ooh, that's rusty. That's pretty bad. So to clean the choke there, I'm going to use some carburetor cleaner here. Try to get some in there. And toothbrush, of course. Kind of clear off all the crud. And lastly, I'll blow everything that I just cleared off of here with air. Put the choke back in. Alright, now I can put it back on the intake. Let's see if I can get this thing to pop free the same way as the other one. Got it. That one came free almost a little easier than the other one. Alright, this one can go back in. That can has a broken lid and it's out of propellant, so it's not the easiest in the world to use. Thing I got to put back on is this. It goes from the airbox here to the carburetor here. It was hard at first, but I soaked it in two-stroke oil for in a mixture of two-stroke fuel and oil for about a month, and now it's actually quite squishy. So After the first week it was still hard and I lost hope that it would squishy up, but now it's nice and soft. Put the fuel tank back on. Well, that certainly worked better than I was expecting. One kick, fired up, and it seems to run mostly okay, not terrible. I won't really know until I can actually drive it. Thing we're going to work on here is this foot peg is broken off. My welder owning brother here is going to zap it back on. The shift lever is now welded on, so I'm going to reinstall the pin. Unfortunately, I lost the clip for the pin, so what I'm actually going to do here is I took this small washer, cut a slice in it, going to slip it over this once I have this installed till it's fit into the little groove there, and then I'm just going to compress it with a pair of pliers. Okay, that should stay on there. So it runs, and it kind of barely almost drives, as you can see. We got a couple more issues to work out in the next video. This is going to be the end of part 2. For example, the clutch is having problems. It doesn't fully disengage. You need to adjust it and figure out what's up there. It dies when I put it in gear and try to drive it. Who knows why. So we'll get those issues worked out, and we'll see if episode 3 can be actually driving it. Remember to comment and like and subscribe and watch more videos.